We're at the start of Temple of Ahn'Qiraj. This is going to be a full hard mode run. And it's a group that I'm confident will be able to achieve that. And that'll be my first time going through the Temple of Ahn'Qiraj full hard mode. The last raid I did was the first time we even killed Cthun. With the initial release, it was very difficult, and none of my raids were able to kill Cthun. I'm very excited to do that. Today we're playing on Subtlety, Backstab, Rogue. Going deep into the Subtlety tree to get this talent, Deadliness, and the Ambush bonus, and the Serrated Blades bonus that makes the... Hang on, I'm trying to fight and do this at the same time. Let me just... Hold on. Right. This is what our gear looks like. Subtlety Backstab, this is what our gear looks like. Bloodfang Draconic Hood, 3-piece Zandalar, that's 6 pieces of Bloodfang. We got 3-piece Veiled Shadows set. We're running Carnage Rune. We got the Jom Gabar. It's gonna be pretty good. Little H-Core leather gloves. The Shuriken Toss on the belt is to help me generate some combo points. I'll change that later on. When I want, like, Shadow Step for other bosses, but right now it's on that. And now I can actually pay attention to the game, because I was done doing that little intro thing. If you're watching on YouTube, you can skip ahead to whatever boss you want. They'll all be time-stamped. You can look at that. It's a soft reserve raid. I double reserve Death Sting and single reserve on Belt of Neverending Agony. So all the loot we want, or well, there's more loot we want, but all the loot we can get that we soft reserve is off of Cthun at the very end. That's the big loot. Kind of doing a lot of damage too, you know. Okay. Need a couple more buffs. This. Oh, it didn't click the hard mode yet. Okay, so if we're playing this proper, we get a bunch of combo points, then we put Crimson Tempest up, then we put Slice up, and then we use... Hang on, are they calling a specific target? Okay. I want to make sure I'm killing the right one. Then, if we have excess points after maintaining Crimson and Slice, we'll send them on Ruptures. And if we have even more points than that, we send them on... Envenoms, but Envenom does not get used very often. That's the general plan. Not doing quite as much damage this time. The Ruptures help you get, like, really consistent coverage to activate your Carnage. You have to have Bleeds active on all targets to activate that. And if your only bleed is Crimson Tempest, then, like, it's just going to fall off sometimes. That's the way it is. But if you have 2 different bleeds going, then it's much better. Much better coverage. Okay. We got the health flask. We got this for more health. Good ground Scorpok assay. Why not? Fortitude elixir. Have that active. I think I'm forgetting one thing. Oh, yeah. Okay. Interesting. So instead of trying to compel players to not use AoE, the raid leader is just saying, hang on. Okay, so they're saying instead of trying to compel players to not use AoE abilities, they're just saying, If you get mind controlled, unlucky, you're dead. Prediction. Start prediction. Will Simon die during mind control? 1 minute on the clock. There you go. This raid isn't even trying to get people to not kill each other during mind control. Okay. I think the mind control is proximity based. So I'm gonna try really hard to be far away from the boss so I don't get mind controlled. Okay, so they're gonna get the world buffs out now. They have a great soft reserve system here. So you get 3 soft reserves to begin with. And then, like, if you bring the consumable world buffs with you, then every time the raid leader calls to do world buffs, there'll be a roll. And whoever wins the roll gets the privilege of using their consumable world buffs. And then they also get an additional soft reserve when they do that. So we're just gonna have world buffs all the time. I think this is a wonderful system to encourage people to bring the consumable world buffs. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. Trying to be really careful. He's dead. Nope. Oh, I should have gone Shadow Step for this, I think. Oh, I'm too close, too close. Don't want to get mind controlled. Focusing the images first. Back on the boss. Interrupted. No, don't mind control me. Get away, get away, get away. I'm mostly just afraid of getting mind controlled. I'm really just focused on staying away from the boss so I don't get mind controlled and interrupting these stupid arcane explosions. Interrupted. Okay, back on boss. Holding up some energy. Got him. Okay. None of those are good. Okay, so we didn't really do a lot of damage, but that's okay. We kicked a bunch of spells. Let me check the interrupt meter. Okay, we fucking owned. 3 interrupts to 1 to 0 for everyone else. And we didn't die and lose our world buffs. So that's a W in my book. And we probably crank a lot more on the other bosses, where it's like easier to be consistent and deal damage. Yo, Emilio, hello. Thank you for the raid of 118 people. How's it going? Hope you had a good stream today. We are blasting in this Temple of Ahn'Qiraj raid. We just started, just killed Prophet Skeram. We're going to do hard mode throughout the whole thing. 24 people in here. And then after that, I'm like this far away from level 60 in hardcore. So after Temple, we're going back to hardcore mode. We'll hit level 60 and it'll be a good day. Thank you very much for the raid. Enjoy stream, mate. Hope you get good purple items and hit that 60. Hell yeah. We're hoping for Death's Sting off of the last boss, Cthun, and Belt of Neverending Agony off of Cthun also. Those are the big items that we put in our soft reserves for. So the Death Sting is like a dagger. It's crazy good dagger. Would be a really big deal if we got that. And the belt is also extremely good, but less impactful than getting Death Sting. And navigate without getting owned by those explosions. This is the first of the hard mode mechanics, is spawning ghosts like that. And if so, it spawns a ghost next to everyone at the same time, and if you touch your ghost, causes an arcane explosion that damages everyone around you. So especially in really tight clumps of melee players, it can be really dangerous because you might have multiple arcane explosions going off at the same time. We're waiting for a patrol here. Patrol's incoming on the left. Our tank just jumped off the edge to the right and died. That's unlucky for him. Yo, they had so much AoE, I couldn't even Crimson Tempest those like I do in my other raid. They just died, like, instantly. Okay. Oh, arcane explosions from the ghosties. Damn. Tried to hit that shadow step, but I was too slow. But I didn't want to be in the clump of melee guys, because it's danger from multiple arcane explosions. Although no one else died. Maybe this is just a... Maybe this raid is just built different than my normal raids. I'm, like, extremely afraid of Ahn'Qiraj, because my experience so far has been dying over and over and over. So, this Bug Trio boss, the way it used to work is you kill them in a different order, you get different loot. There were, like, some shared items, but each boss, like, if you killed it last, there would be special items you could get from that boss dying last. Oh, shit. Warrior got mind controlled, then did Intimidating Shout, and I got feared, and a bunch of other people got feared, too. Anyways. That's how it used to work. That's how it still works on Classic Era servers, but on Season of Discovery, they all drop the same stuff, so it doesn't matter which order you kill them in terms of the loot. It does matter what order you kill them in terms of how the fight goes and how difficult it is, because they each do different things once other bosses die. So some of their abilities are scarier than others. And we'll see how they want to do it in this group. How I would expect we do it is Kree first, then Youge, then Vem. That'd be my guess. How many bubbles from 60? We're like... I can't remember. Like 3/4 of the way? 70%? But we have multiple completed quests. Oh, shit. Taiwan's dead. One of our tanks also. Oh, I'm tanking now. Let's see. Ghostie's coming out. Just dodging away to make sure I don't get hit by stuff. Okay, good. Alright, let's refresh Rumsy Rum and refresh Grilled Squid buffs. I'm gonna go for a nature protection potion here. You said Youge first, and then what? Gotcha. They said Youge, then Vem, then Kree. Which is completely opposite of what I thought. They're guessing how many people die to the poison cloud that spawns when Kree dies because they're looking at the loot that dropped. So yeah, they want to kill Kree last. Which is surprising to me, but when Kree dies, he leaves a poison cloud. What the? Why did those just go out? Okay, whatever. Alright, Youge first. Boom, boom, boom. Damage, damage, damage. That's the plan. We got Shadow Step to jump to it if we get feared or knocked back or anything. Here we go. How many builds have you tested? I've played all 3 of Saber Slash, Backstab, and Mutilate in Temple of Ahn'Qiraj. Oh. No, where'd he go? I thought I did better than that, but only 3.3. Okay.
You are already dead.
Frick. I got the poison. To wait for the poison to go away. There's spam healing the master looter who's gonna distribute the stuff. Freaking poison cloud. We gotta get our Karaji Lord's insignia. Pulling the loot off of this boss is so annoying. Ooze-ridden gauntlets, plate, defense, hit chance, nature resist, mantle of phrenic power, fire damage. Dude, what is with this poison cloud? Can this poison cloud just go away? Robes of the Triumvirate. Some nature resist for that. Wand of Kiraji Nobility. Healing, 20 healing and 3 stamina. Can I get my... Got my insignia, got out. Easy. Okay. Yeah, my main takeaway from playing all 3 of those different builds is... Probably don't play Saber Slash in Temple of Ahn'Qiraj. Saber Slash suffers more than any of the other builds for switching targets. It gets a, the biggest DPS loss for being required to change targets. And there's a lot of target swapping in the Temple of Ahn'Qiraj bosses. Backstab, great. Mutilate, great. So this would be a good section for Shuriken Toss to be able to get a quick Crimson Tempest off of these. But I'm also probably going to get value out of Shadow Step if I get knocked around and have a quick reaction with a Shadow Step. Yeah, just like that. Ooh, okay, well, then we got knocked again. Yeah, I think I would rather have, like, Shuriken Tossed and hit a 5-point Crimson Tempest right at the start of that. Make the change right now. Got it. 20-second cooldown. Yeah, I put a big Crimson Tempest up on all those dudes, but there's so much AoE in this group that the Crimson Tempest on these borers just doesn't do anything anyways. Honestly, I haven't had redirect on my bar in a very long time. It just... Yeah, there's too many buttons for me to handle. And it's like, yeah, you can get value out of redirect sometimes if you're thinking about it and you make sure to press the redirect at the right time. It's just like, I'm not that worried about it. So there, big Crimson on all the targets. This target that I'm on right now must have dodged it or whatever. Double knockback. There we go. Mob's dead. I'm moving up. Fighting that pack, and we're trying to avoid that pack. Frick. Kind of sus. Oh well. I think it's Battle Guard Sartura time. Alright, let's see. 30 minutes about to fade. Refresh that. Refresh that. Got Rumsy Rum, that's fine. We need grill, we need this, and we need grilled squid. Hang on, getting assignments. Alright, so the plan is Warrior runs in, shockwaves everything. Then after the shockwave, each of the rogues is going to cheap shot one of the 3 pink ones, and then follow up with a kidney shot on that target. So ideally, everything is dead. Everything is dead before it comes out of this stun rotation. That's the plan. Here's the shockwave. Warrior charged square. Maybe it was could have been an intercept from Felguard too. Okay. Good. Nice. That Crimson hit the boss. Love it. Waiting for the spin to go away. Got our Jomgabar active. Lipping, so I can get the end of this Jomgabar, still attacking the boss. Jomgabar is going to be ending. I'm going to back out. Back out. They're spamming taunts on the boss to hold it in place like that. When it's whirlwinding, it's basically constantly dropping threat and running to some other random person. But if you spam taunts, you can hold it in place like that. Which is really good. Silithid Claw. Okay. Is that a good tank weapon for me? I think Viscag's my current tanking weapon, so yeah, that'd be an off-spec tank weapon, I guess. Yeah, I think we could have been a bit more aggressive. Oh wow, we did it better than I expected. I mean, for melee, we did quite good. And there's a treasure chest over there, too, that we can open up. And then it's going to be Fankriss time. Gloves of the Fallen Prophet. How are these? Shaman male gloves. Oh, look at that. They're saying this mark here, skull mark, is the Gilded Scarab. Which is like a loot goblin from Diablo that's now in Temple of Ahn'Qiraj. Boots of the Fallen Prophet. I think this came out of the treasure chest over there. Male boots. Okay. Obsidian Stormhammer. I am mining and leatherworking on this character. So the only pattern we'd be really hype about is the like spell damage armor kit one. Oh, you know what? Now that the raid started, we can check other people's soft reserves. Before the raid started, we had it locked in, or hidden. So we couldn't see. But now that the raid has started and it's locked, no one can change them anymore. They're now all visible. So, let's see. Death Sting. I'm the only one on Death Sting. I wasn't sure if I would be the only one, so I put 2 reserves on it. We're 50-50 on the gloves. We would have been... Oh, shit. Slightly distracted. Sprinting ahead. We would have been 50-50 on the bracer if we kept our reserve on that, but I really just wanted to be sure that we would have good odds at Death Sting, so we put 2 on Death Sting and 1 on Belt. This is it. Still combat. Moving now. We're in stealth. So, this thing has a limited amount of time before you can kill it. If you don't kill it quickly enough, it just burrows and goes away and you don't get the loot. So we had to be really careful, make sure we set up and all ran into it at the same time. To make sure we could kill it and it wouldn't, like, run away. We also stunned it. Normally you engage it, it just starts running immediately. So, yeah. Bunch of stuns, we did it very well. The best thing I can be doing in this section is just as many Crimson Tempest as possible. A new wave of mobs. Crimson Tempest again. Be on the next big guy. Build points on him. Fresh Crimson. Raid leaders talking about doing one tank Fankriss. The raid leader is saying they tanked it on their shaman, and they tanked all of the ads and the boss, and they ended up dying when the boss was at 2%. Sus but doable, yeah. Okay, going up here, get a consumable. And, let's see, we need a fresh beer buff. Rumsey Rum Black Label for stamina. Also, nature protection for... What does nature on this? Whatever, who cares? Really like the system for the world buffs? Yeah, I haven't raided with this group in quite a while. I raided with them a lot in Phase 4, and there weren't consumable world buffs back then. This is the first time I've heard this system, and I think it's great, you know. If you want to, you bring extra consumable world buffs, and whenever the raid leader calls for world buffs, everyone who wants to pop their world buffs rolls, and then the highest roll gets to pop their world buffs, and then gets an extra soft reserve. They get to enter an extra item in the soft reserve. So it's just like, we have world buffs all the time. People want that damn loot. They tied the loot to bringing consumable world buffs. And all of a sudden, we have more consumable world buffs than we can do anything with. Now, that was not the raid leader calling for those buffs. That was just an individual who died and decided they wanted it. The raid leader is probably only going to call for buffs if we have, like, 5 to 10, maybe more people missing buffs. To be mounted here. Okay, so Yabby goes in front. Whoa! Full threat. Managed to not die, somehow. Waiting. Crimson. Alright, he's dead. We didn't really switch to ads very much, honestly. Definitely did a couple backstabs when I had this thing active and should have done ambush. What do we got here? Hive tunnelers. Off spec. Untold. Wait, what's that? Untold secrets. Oh, this shadow resist thing. Okay, it's bullshit. We don't need any of that. The other guy who off-spec rolled them said, if you're gonna use them, you can have them. And I told him, nah, tanking is lame. You keep them. Okay. Frost oil. Frost oil. I think the additional reserves for, like, world buffs are just, like, handled manually by the raid leader. I don't think they lock and unlock, or unlock, add the thing and then relock it, because that allows other people to fiddle with it if they do at the same time. I think they're just, like, manually written down. They're talking about one phase. Alright. 6 o'clock. Group 1 is between 9 o'clock and 9 and 12. So they're in that region here. Group 2, that's me. Between 12 and 3. So I'm going to this region. Group 3 is covering from 6 to 9. And group 5 and 4 is going there. Just to be clear, you said where we are now is 6 p.m. Okay, got it. Yep, perfect, got it. No NR gear for any fights, no. No cold rage daggers? Yeah, because doing that is a bad idea. You should not be using cold rage daggers. Wondering if Rupture makes sense now or not. It's like a little tiny bit better than Eviscerate. And you're basically not casting it as daggers at all. And it's only a tiny bit better than Eviscerate if it's actually going to tick for its full duration. So you don't, like, use it at the end of a fight like you could do with Eviscerate. Alright, we're following this guy, Diamond. Refresh that. I don't have time to refresh the grilled squid. I thought we would pull sooner and I didn't need to refresh it really. Okay. Pretty good. Yeah. Now we just have to freeze it one more time. Whoa, spread. Didn't die. Nice. Oh, but look at how many mages we have. Double frozen orb. This thing is gonna get absolutely wrecked. It's already frozen. This is the fastest Viscidus by a mile I've ever done. Look at that. That was insane. Shadow power, Silithid, femur, armaments. Don't need any of that. That was so fast. I mean, I think it came down to really effectively coordinating the frozen orbs and having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mages in the group. I mean, they made sure to frozen orb, cold snap, frozen orb for the second freeze. That's why there were so many frozen orbs there. I did 31k to Glob of Viscidus. What else do we have? 32, 51, 15, 31, 19, 20, 22, 16, 14. Yeah, Stinkfist did a lot of damage. About the same amount of damage to the globs as me, but way more damage to the boss. Jiv, would you like me to stealth ahead to Huhuran's room to hit the crystal? And then we don't deal with the poison spread for this trash? I'm on my way now. I did that in one of my other raids. I felt so good. Yep. Alright, so they're handling a little bit of loot, and we're just going ahead. Oh god, these guys are looking at me, kind of. I have prep, I can vanish. If I hit combat, I vanish, insta. My finger is on the vanish key. Okay, they turned around. Okay. Do. Yeah, it's not gonna fuck anything up for me. I'm just going. Oh, if I get the poison thing, it'll probably pull me out of stealth. Which is maybe not good. Good thing. I'm just crossing into the, like, hive area past the scorpions. So, like, 40 seconds?
Death is close.
Okay, good. Ready with the vanish key while those guys passed by me. I think we're good to unstealth. Oh, you could summon me now if you want. I just hit the stone. Almost. Why you're not using Cold Rage daggers? Because unlike in Classic Era, the damage you deal to the boss is relevant in Season of Discovery. So you need to be economical with the ways that you generate frost attacks. So you need to take effects that generate a lot of frost attacks for a measured or small amount of DPS loss. Cold Rage daggers are insanely giga-bad, terrible, massive damage loss. And they're gonna generate 2 or 3, maybe, frost attacks per minute. Pretty insignificant amount of frost attacks per minute from those Cold Rage daggers for a colossal damage loss. Frost Oil is the vast majority of frost attacks you could even generate no matter what you were doing, and comes at a much more reasonable and small damage loss. So what we did there, jumping up ahead and clicking that obelisk, it got rid of the, like, poison as spread out mechanic. Like on Viscidus, occasionally everyone in the raid had a green circle around them, and then we had to spread out because the green circle was going to explode, and if we were all next to each other, we'd all explode on each other, and then we'd all die. And it's a extremely obnoxious mechanic to deal with while doing this trash. But by going forward and hitting the obelisk, it changes the hard mode, like, effect from the poison explosion spread out thing to this, which I think just reduces your max HP by, like, 10% passively or something like that. Way less obnoxious to deal with. Wow, that actually just got destroyed super fast. My Jomgabar only got up to 6, and the pack's already dead. All these backstabs hit so hard. Imagine if we had Death Sting and they were hitting even harder. Chintax says, I'm not very impressed with Jomgabar, kinda hate it. Yeah, I mean, it was not good in that situation, that's for sure. Earthstrike would have been better in that situation. But when you get to, you know, hit the target the full time with the Jomgabar active, it's quite good. So, like, it's really good on Cthun, you know? Having active trinket like that, insanely good on Cthun. Uh-oh, we lost someone. Yeah, these guys, I feel like maybe I should do Shuriken Toss for them. Oh god, we're getting the next pack in. Because I'm having trouble by the time I've generated enough combo points to do a Crimson Tempest. The pack's already half dead, and then the Crimson Tempest doesn't really get to tick for its full damage. This is where Shuriken Toss is going to do much better. Because I'm going to get a big burst of combo points at the start, and then hopefully be able to... Okay, well, never mind. My Shuriken Toss is on cooldown for 15 more seconds, so we're going to get to use it for all the packs after this one, which might be none. Uh-oh. Oops. Well then. I guess we'll just change the rune back to Shadow Step, I guess? Okay. Coreforge swap back to Draconic tier this patch? Yes. If you have a Draconic item or you have a Coreforged item, you can switch it back and forth now. You used to only be able to go from Draconic to Coreforged, and then you were stuck at Coreforged. That's how it used to be. Refresh some consumables. This one, beer buff, grilled squid. Someone drop those buffs. Dude, it's just, the people in this raid are so, like, performance-oriented. They're just, like, you have individuals who, like, die on trash, and then they pop a full set of consumable world buffs before the boss. The raid leader hasn't even been calling for anything but the first drop of world buffs. But we had, like, you know, 2 people dead, and they individually were just like, I'm popping my world buffs. Click, 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 click. Alright, boss time. They're talking about tanking cooldowns, I think. They didn't really say anything about saving DPS cooldowns. I think that's... I don't know if that's assumed or... I think I'll save the Jomgabar Blood Fury for the end of the boss. And I'll use the Renataki at the start. Slow start. Well, I'm slept.
Simon, your oak guides are almost as amazing as your hats. Love your streams.
Hang on just a second. I'm pumping. Shouldn't have sliced there. Should have been venomed. Alright, we did better on that one. Did we miss anything? Double vanish. I got slept a little bit, not that long. I think I did pretty good in terms of execution. I don't think I made any super obvious problems. Ribs for lunch, coming in with a Prime Gaming subscription. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for 5 months of support. Says, Simon, your road guides are almost as amazing as your hats. Love your streams. Well, thank you very much, Ribs for lunch. I'm glad you're liking the Simon I show. I hope you have a great day. I feel like, honestly, it's just... maybe it's just a mutilate meta, you know? Change hat request fulfilled. Alright, we got Twin Emperors. I'm very curious to see how they do Twin Emperors, because I've heard a lot of different strategies. I've seen a lot of different strategies, and I've wiped on that boss more times than I've killed it, by a wide margin. Yeah, it's just basically Core Forged, ACLG. Yeah, it's pretty simple gear. Nothing too insane. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take my Saber / Rogue and just make him mutilate, and then I'll have 2 mutilators and 1 backstabber for this phase. I have just read your BIS list for Phase 1 fresh. Can you further elaborate on Shadowcraft 6 set being BIS for the whole phase over Night Slayer? Yes. When you equip those items, you do more damage on average than when you equip Night Slayer. The 6-piece bonus that gives you extra energy is extremely valuable. You have to narrow it down to, like, really specific well, what I would call unusual circumstances to make it into a situation where you wouldn't want the Shadowcraft set. Yeah, on my current Mutilate Rogue, I have 2 pieces of the Veiled Shadows set. I'm missing the ring. I did 2 Ruins of Ahn'Qiraj raids in a row where I only needed the ring, and the ring never dropped. So I don't have 3 set Veiled Shadows on a Mutilate Rogue yet. This is my only rogue, actually, right now. The one we're playing here that has 3 set Veiled Shadows. How do you feel about PoE 2? I don't know. My favorite part about PoE 2 is Rod Ferguson malding tweets thinking that Diablo 4 is still relevant. I think the drama around it is the funniest part. Are these hands actually consistent with their abilities now? Because I know they would definitely used to not be. This Plague and Thunderclap would be the abilities indicated by the hands. 2 are in. Okay, 2 at once. Not too bad. Yeah, so this, I actually, across my 3 rogues, this one is 3 out of 3 on the Veiled Shadows. The other rogue is 2 out of 3, and the third rogue is 1 out of 3. Hopefully we'll be able to make some progress on that next reset. Is he gonna live 11 more seconds for that rupture? Kind of doubt it. Nope. He lived 7 seconds past the time I pressed that rupture. Seems like maybe they actually, their abilities are actually consistent with their hands now. Wait. No, they're not. He just Shadow Bolt volleyed. So the Thunderclap hand is not correct. So stupid. Alright. They're explaining this boss now. I'm gonna turn the comms on so you can listen.
As trivial as humanly possible, which is why we go in with the protection potions. Please pop one or buy one off somebody if you don't have one. Would much rather pay the gold and the consumables than the wipe. Alright. The way we're gonna do this fight, let me press this button here. We're gonna have Yabby tank the left side. And Yabby, you know exactly what you're doing here, yeah? You have this the spec for range?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna put 2 healers on Yabby. Those 2 healers are going to be of elements. Do you remember what side you healed last week?
I was right side, but I can be left if you need me to.
That's fine. Okay, so you be right side again. Hunch, I'm gonna put you on left side. You're gonna be healing Yabby 4. So give me a 1 in chat, Hunch, if you're good with that.
Hunch,
Okay,
going
we'll
to
confirm
left
that with
side.
him. Perfect.
Kill Yabby.
And I'm gonna have Derp on left side as well. So Derp and Hunch, you guys are gonna be healing just Yabby. This should be a joke. The reason I have 2 of you there is because Yabby's likely gonna aggro an asshole to Scarabs. So if you need to put bark or whatever on him, or you need to bark yourselves so you can actually fucking heal and stuff like that, do that. Yabby's gonna need Earth Shield at all times so he can cast into that guy.
Try to stay near me, Yabby, before, because you'll get ads on you and I'll have to pull them off you.
Yeah, so he'll do his best to get them off you. Taiwan's gonna be on the right side, and Taiwan is going to be healed by Vez, Magic, and
Magic.
of elements.
Of elements. 3
Groups
healers
1
on
and
the
2
right.
are going to get fucking blasted. So Magic, obviously, beacon groups 1 and 2. Vez, I guess you can circle group 1 and then maybe
Arcane protection.
of elements focus a little bit more on group 2 if you know that Vez has group 1 covered. Okay. Taiwan's going to tank roughly where Diamond is here. Melee, what'll happen is that when it's the melee boss, easy peasy, you're just fucking nuking the shit out of him. When it's the caster boss, Taiwan's going to tank from here. See where Diamond is? Melee,
Yeah.
you're gonna be here. You're gonna be on the wall. He's gonna Arcane Explosion you, and you're just going to try to get right back on the boss immediately.
Yep.
Taiwan's gonna get punted, but he's gonna charge right back in immediately as well. Okay?
Perfect.
And you guys are just gonna crank the fuck out of him, and nothing's gonna happen. Ads are gonna get like picked up and stuff. Like little scarabs are gonna become active. You can ignore them as long as you're DPSing the boss. If it gets out of control, pull them into the tank, and we can AoE them down. On the left side, same type of thing. Yabi's going to tank it where the boss is right now, where Vekler is right now. It'll be roughly there. When they port and switch spots, Yabi will run into the mob, pull it, and the melee guy will follow him up until around here, and then you'll have new positioning. In the beginning, though, for the 2 healers on that side, you're going to be closer to the platform. Any questions about this at all? And I'm double checking shadow protections. Just Taiwan doesn't have one, which is fine. Tank, you're going to need to zone shield Taiwan.
How many tanks?
Okay.
2.
Melee, if you want to pop GFPP, like Greater Frost Protection or Greater Arcane, you can. I'm not forcing you guys to do any of that shit. Up to you. Here's a ready check. Repop your 1 hour consumes.
Casters are on right side too, or
Every single person in the raid,
Okay,
except for
yeah.
those 3 people, is going to be on the right side. Our positioning is going to be closer to where Diamond is here, so that we don't have to deal with the eye stalks that are going to be spawning. We're just going to we are totally fucking cranking the boss. If you want to stand a little bit further back, you can.
Okay, I can do
But
that.
don't be near the melee, because you will get targeted for a blizzard and
do
you're
that for sure.
Any questions at all?
Are we clearing the ads out?
We will be clearing the ads out, yes. Okay, I'm putting my mana oil on and then I'm good. Double check your food buffs and shit if you want, and everyone is ready. So what we're gonna do is Yabi's gonna pull some mobs on the left side. We'll have everybody pull some mobs on the left side. We'll pull some mobs on the right side. We're not killing them. We're gonna group them up in the middle. We're gonna AoE them down. I'm gonna then do a pull 8, and then they're gonna pull the bosses, so we get less ads because they will social aggro each other as they get picked up. And Yabi's gonna pull an asshole because of flame shock. It is what it is. Okay. Decurse like crazy here, otherwise it's gonna eat into your shadow protection potion and it makes the pre-pot useless. So mages, we have a lot of mages. Let's decurse everybody as we're pulling this.
Okay, so we want to be in
Everybody
mage
move up.
mages.
Let's aggro as many beetles as we can without passing the halfway point of the room.
Okay, where's my thrown weapon? Never mind.
And pull them into the middle here.
Not bound.
Don't AoE them yet. Let tanks get threat on them. And we've got a bunch. Decurse, decurse, decurse. Everybody decurse.
I don't think
Perfect.
we do much.
AoE the fuck out of
useful
these. Yabi, start running to your spot. Taiwan, run to your spot. I'm still in combat for whatever reason. Okay, there we go. I'm doing a pull 8.
here. Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Join me, brother. There is blood.
Tank threat 7k.
If you have aggro, run it to the melee.
Twins will teleport in like 3 seconds here. You ready?
Back out, back out.
Nuke the new one here. Kill the bugs in the middle on this side, guys, if you need to. There's a lot of them on Taiwan.
far,
Spam
too
Taiwan,
far.
spam Taiwan, spam Taiwan.
You will not escape death.
No, I'm slowed in the blizzard. Oh my god.
Heal the melee, they're
not
getting
dead.
fucking pranked. Good.
Oh, I'm
Spam Taiwan.
now I think
He's
I'm
about to
dead
die.
again. Nature protection potion?
Use any defensives you guys have. They're about to switch right now. They switch one more time.
They
We
arcane
end the boss.
explosion. I'm
That's it.
dead. I need to out.
They teleported. Switch
Okay.
to the melee guy. And just fucking crank this guy here. Use any potions you guys have. Any of your potions here. You need to use fucking healing potion. Use that shit. We're about to kill this in 2 seconds.
Oh, the boss is almost dead already.
I
Well,
died.
That's fine. There's somebody there. Somebody there taunt that. Somebody there taunt that. Get it away from the group. Get away from the group. Anybody there, bear form taunt it and get it away. Keep spamming. Keep spamming. Keep spamming. As soon as they
they're
port, we should be
healing.
good.
Oh, it was so close. That was a
Dogs are going
swapper.
crazy. Careful.
We're likely gonna wipe. That's a wipe.
They healed.
That's the whole fight. If we can get a soul stone up, get a soul stone up. Otherwise, yeah. Ultimately, nobody should have. How did Yabby
We're
die there?
so close. It was so
Check.
close.
So the issue with healer standing on the tank is that when he arcane explosions or does the knockback, we get knocked back, pass
Damn.
get canceled, tank can die.
Yeah. So you don't stand on the tank during that.
That was
just stand on
crazy.
him during the melee one, and definitely.
Hopefully
don't
it
stand on him
works
during-
next
Yeah,
time.
I guess you don't even need to stand on me. Just stay within 20 yards over my flame shock.
I was concerned when they teleported.
That's
I
fine.
didn't want to
All
be
good.
the closest
so
one.
the way this works,
I didn't want to be the closest one to the boss because the closest person gets big giga bonus threat.
you used it. If you have an Ankh, put a 1 in chat. Hunch
Do
is
we
gonna
have-
die immediately.
Do we have a soul stone?
We don't have a soul stone.
So
What's going
Okay,
on?
we're gonna all release and run back.
All releasing and running back. Okay.
Okay.
Unlucky.
Everybody got to see that strat now.
This is like a
We just do the
15-minute
exact same
run
thing
back.
again,
Maybe 10
and
minutes.
it's easy peasy.
We're organized and good.
Not bad though. That was decent.
Why did we pull so many bugs this time? Like last week, it wasn't like healers had a shit ton of bugs on them. That's what killed me.
It's probably burns.
It's so if you're on the left side,
I'm on the right.
If you're on the right side, we have an assload of mages. That's possibly what it was. The bugs just will spawn. Like if frozen orbs are there, they're gonna hit bugs, and then if healers have more threat, then they're just gonna go to the healers. The way we do this is
Were you DPSing the
It's a
caster?
parse strat?
Yeah. DPSing whichever mob was on my side. Yeah, they put 3 people on the left side and everyone else on the right side. And then everyone on the right side was just DPSing whichever boss happened to be there. And it was just Zug boss 100%. They did not want to kill the eye tentacles. They did not want to kill the scarabs. They did not want to kill anything else. It was just 100% on the boss. I mean, it fell apart because one of the tanks died, so then the 2 bosses got too close, and then they started healing. So obviously it didn't work, but right up until it fell apart, it looked like it was going really good, and we were going to kill the boss insanely fast. Alright, Shadow Protection activated. You run over those sand piles, you get move speed. Stacks up to 3 times. But the other people running ahead of me, they're gonna pop it, and then am I gonna get this refresh? Yeah, I got the refresh, nice. Now I can get to the Fankriss gauntlet and wait faster than anyone else. Okay, these other people got there before me. What the hell? You guys like my beige bug? Yo, that looks so bad with a robe. That looks ridiculous with a robe. Stretched between the 2 legs, it looks stupid as hell.
You betray your friends.
Okay, this one. This one. This one. This. Call poison offhand. Rumsey Rum Black Label. We'll wait till we get to the boss for that. So the annoying thing is, we have to clear through the Beckness drones. This is the Fankriss gauntlet again. These mobs won't respawn, so like it's no longer really like a gauntlet or whatever, but it just makes getting back to Twin Emperors super obnoxious. Once you defeat Twin Emperors, you gain access to a teleporter that teleports you to the Twin Emperor's room. But you have to kill Twin Emperors first. Oh, so they said they're gonna pop new world buffs, so we're gonna get a chance to roll for the privilege of dropping the world buffs. And then potentially, if we win the roll and we pop world buffs, we get an extra soft reserve. Yeah, well, this is the first time I've heard of this system, and like, this system couldn't exist before these things came out. And I think it's a great way to manage them. Explain the system again. Okay, so it's a soft reserve raid. We started with 3 soft reserves each. No one is required to bring consumable world buffs with them, but you can if you want to. The raid leader will call out when they decide it is fit to do so, to have someone pop consumable world buffs to buff the whole raid. When that happens, everyone who wants to do that will roll, and the person who wins the roll gets the privilege of dropping the world buffs, and then that person also, at that time, gets to enter an extra soft reserve. Which I'd say is a pretty good system. So we had a full raid wipe, so obviously, like, it's time to pop more buffs, you know. So, they said when we get to Twin Emps' room, they'll do the roll. Or no, right now. You bring 3 to 4 sets of world buffs you can gain. Yeah, you have to win the roll each time, and we would have to wipe 3 times or whatever. I got a 54. Looks like Yabby... Wait, Yabby 4 rolled twice? Oh, rolled a 1 to 20? Okay. Okay. We didn't get it. Oh, well. You did a 1 to 20 on the first roll. Yeah, I mean, if you brought a bunch of sets of world buffs, and the raid wiped a bunch of times, and the raid leader called for rebuffing world buffs every time they wiped, and you won the roll every single time, among all the people who wanted the privilege of dropping their world buffs, sure, you could get 3 to 4 additional soft reserves, but that's extremely unlikely that all those things come together. There have only been 2 calls for world buffs from the raid leader so far. One at the very start of the raid, and one right now. After this full wipe. Alright, Shadow Protection. Arcane protection. Couple of those. This one, this one, this one. What do you soft reserves for those of us who came late? Double reserve on Death Sting, 1 reserve on Belt of Neverending Agony. I was debating going 1-1-1, Death Sting, Belt, and Bracer, but I elected to take the Bracer reserve away to go on to Death Sting. I didn't know if the other rogues were going to reserve Death Sting or not, and it's so big for Backstab, I wanted to have 2 reserves on it. And I ended up being uncontested. When you entered the reserves in at the start, it was hidden. You couldn't see what the other people were reserving. Now that we're in the raid and the reserves are locked, you can see what the other people are reserving. You make it to 60 on the hardcore rogue? No, Nico, not yet. When we're done with this raid, we will go back onto hardcore and hit 60. On the Nax PTR yet? Nah, man. Why would I test a broken Nax Rammus raid on the test realm when I can just test a broken Nax Rammus raid when it comes out on the live servers? They want these killed. Okay. Now, they're going to gather as many bugs in the room as they can. Just range pull like 2-3 dozen bugs. And then they're going to AoE them all and then immediately pull the boss after that. Go. It keeps them off the pre-clearing the bugs keeps them off the field for like 30 seconds or something. They will respawn, but starting out with them cleared is very nice. I keep hitting this. Okay. We go here. Sprinting. Okay. This boss. Oh, the fight went so quick, I actually didn't get my Jomgabar used. Bro, I was focused. There was a lot going on. I just forgot to hit the Jomgabar. Nice trinket, by the way. Regenerating Belt of Vecnalash. Eye Tentacles. And, oh, the bracers dropped! Ah, we were thinking about reserving those. You got a 1, dude. We totally would have beat that if we reserved them. Oh well. We'll go for them next time or something. Death Sting's dropping for sure. And then I don't have to worry about whether or not I get Death Sting, because I'm going to get it tonight. There we go. A lot of rolls on that intact Viscera. What token is that? Paladin, Shaman, Druid. The other 2 rogues are both Mutilate. We kind of owned on this fight, honestly. We did good. They've been beating me most of the fights, though. Man, imagine if I actually popped my Jom Kapar on that fight. I'd have done a lot more damage. Maybe up in the 4.1, maybe the 4.2 range. Generating Belt of Vecna-Lash. Leather Healing Belt. Not interested. True form. Water elemental mode. Look at dude, he's got little water elemental eyes. Vroom, 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 vroom. I've never actually used this item before. I just happened to be at Duke Hydraxis to buy the world buffs yesterday, which was literally the day before they moved them all to be purchasable within the major cities. And I was just like, why don't I buy the water elemental transform while I'm here and, you know, also. Oh, incoming, I think? Okay. Stealth water elemental. Line of sight, easy. Didn't get horrified by the Mind Slayer because I was out of line of sight when it popped. Oh, feared. Do you have any issues with the ambush spec? Or ambush proc? Yeah, I mean, it's 20%. So, like, sometimes you get it and sometimes you get a string of not getting it. It's the way it is. Couldn't dip out of line of sight quick enough. Ugh. Tried to get over here to line of sight it, but not quick enough again. The first one was no shot. That one, I was close. I was close to getting out of line of sight. Alright, decent. Alright, probably a couple more packs before we move up. And we got Ouro left and Cthun left. Oh, okay, never mind. They're moving up now. Oh, frick! Hold on, vanishing. That was a redirect angle. If redirect was even on my bars, I should have redirected before that mob died. Then I would have been able to do some stuff on that champion. Dude, I love being a water elemental. What's the cooldown on this? Oh my god, you can have 100% uptime. It's a 5-minute cooldown, 5-minute duration. It's OP. We should be a Trog next, and then we'll go back to being a water elemental. I mean, the downside is I can't mount up, but I feel like it's worth it. You know? Frog mode. Incoming. Weird. Good. Raji Warlord. I think I have a problem with my Waste Rune macro. There. It was starting attack. That's probably why I wasn't getting ambushes off when I shadow step in stealth. Because it was starting attack, and the start attack just broke my stealth immediately. Fixed that problem. Nice. Green resonating crystal. Go, fuck. Wrong mob. I like this build. It's pretty good, like, if you manage to, like, press ambush a lot, but also if you just sit there and press backstab, it's also pretty good. Your backstab's just really, really hard. Mindslayer group, champion group. Look at all those frozen orbs. I don't think I've ever raided with this many mages. Most of my raids have like 1 or 2 mages. And like one of them's fire or something. I've never been in a raid with this many frozen orbs. Alright, 3 trash packs left in the entire instance. And it's just Ouro and Cthun. 1, 2, and up the hill over there, 3. Not quite. They're trying to kill these all at the same time, and if you kill them at the same time, they basically all do that AoE fear all at the same time, and you effectively only get 1, because they all overlap. Okay, nice. Oh shit, they dropped a Brain Hacker. BOE level 55 epic. Okay. One of the most ass epics of all time of BOE world epics. It is not very good. It's just your classic, like, two-handed weapon that's really fast. Therefore, it's bad. Doesn't have any kind of, like, really insane effect to make up for that. Nature protection. Yes, Stinkfist. If you're max melee range, you don't get hit by sweep. They're explaining now. Here's the
tank
comms.
And FAP, it'll clear your threat, and it won't stun you for the 3 seconds. Which is kind of cool as well. Everybody gets
What is that during? I'm sorry?
During Sandblast. So I'll explain the whole fight. Everybody gets a diamond. This is going to be our 6 o'clock for this fight, okay? Tanks, I'm going to have both of you... Taiwan, I'm going to have you go in first. So you get punted, you're going to charge right back in. Taiwan, Yabi, I'm going to have you both fight for threat, okay? Assuming we're at 6 o'clock, and Ouro is like the center over there, we're going to have both tanks start at 12 o'clock. Whichever one is not actively tanking, you're going to move to 3 o'clock, okay?
Both tanks start at 12. Whoever's not tanking moves
Melee,
to 3
you're going to
o'clock.
all be at 6 o'clock.
Melee at 6 o'clock.
Ranged casters, we're all going to be at 9. We're not going to start from this position. We're just here to show what the positioning
Casters
is. We're
at
going to go to the
9.
left side. We're going to go from that side. We're going to be at 9 o'clock the whole time.
We're going
Ideally, we
here.
don't get targeted by shit. If we do, it is what it is. Not a big deal. The way this fight works is if you are primary threat, you're obviously tanking the fight. He's going to drop all your fucking threat. And then whoever didn't get their threat dropped is going to be at the top. They're tanking now. What we want to happen is for, let's say Yabi is tanking, for instance, in the beginning. And Taiwan is second. Taiwan will be at the 3 o'clock position. Yabi will get targeted with Sandblast. His threat will clear. He's going to go into the 6 o'clock position so he can be behind the mob hitting it, get more threat. Taiwan will move to the 12 o'clock position and tank it. When Taiwan is at that spot, and it's his turn to clear threat, Yabi's obviously not going to be caught up to the other melee, so what I want the melee to do is all run to the tank spot, pop your FAP if you have a FAP, It'll sandblast you, you'll clear your threat, you get back to 6 o'clock, and you're just DPSing the rest of the fight. You don't have to worry about anything anymore from that point forward. It'll be Yabby's job at that point. Yabby will be above the rest of the melee at that point because you guys would have cleared. It'll be Yabby's job to build up threat, get into the 12 o'clock position while tanking it, and then Taiwan's going to try to build threat again. Boss should be dead by that point.
Okay.
That was the second Sandblast?
Second Sandblast, I would have all the melee stack on the tank. Now, mind you, we could get fucked, and the tank might not be the off tank might not be second on threat before the second Sandblast. Like after the first Sandblast, tank number 2 might not be up there. We're just assuming that they are up there, and if they're not up there, we're just gonna have to barrier and paints up and do all the things on whoever is actively tanking it. If it's a feral, go bear for him. If it's a rogue, just evasion or banish. We should be good to go. No rally cry, need gladiator. That's fine, blazing. Any questions about this fight at all? Very, very easy fight.
The giant eyeball.
Oh, I forgot to mention that. Thank you, Simon.
Yep.
So for the giant eyeball, it's gonna spawn wherever the fuck it spawns. If it looks at you and you look at it, you get horrified for 3 seconds, you take shadow damage. On that note, everybody pop a greater shadow protection potion to help mitigate that damage. And then we'll have everybody pop a greater nature protection potion as well. So the giant eyeball, if it looks at you and you look at it, like you're facing in that direction, you get horrified. Healers, you don't ever need to look at the boss. If you look at standard bank right now, you can just be turned like this. You can heal the whole time while looking away and turn your camera and stuff like that. Okay. DPS, turn your back. Like you'll see the eye come out of the ground, and then look. When the eye gets to its peak, that's when you got to quickly turn around. Tanks, you can avoid it as well. And if you need to turn your back to it, it is what it is. Not a big deal. It's not gonna fucking kill you. You should both be popping stone shield though as you go in.
Did we who did we lose with buffs? Like, do we need to pop them again or?
We lost Olden Bold and Dr. Kitty.
I just juju'd
I'm not.
someone else.
If we're not doing an SR for these buffs because we still want 2 people out of 24. If they want to unboon, they can unboon potentially, but we're not going to use a round of buffs for now. We may use a round of buffs after this boss if we lose people, but let's see what we got with this.
Yeah, standard bank.
Okay, my shadow protection is up. Vaka, Blazing, Chicken Dude of Elements, Hunch. If you guys can pop your shadow protections, that'd be helpful as well. I'm AFK for a minute, dealing with a phone call. Pop your natures shortly after this. I'll be right back.
Alright. Alright, cool, whatever. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone that I equipped Filcher's Cowl when I went to go to Huhuran and click the crystal and didn't go back to my regular cloak until for 2 bosses. Don't tell anyone that. We're just gonna pretend like that didn't happen. I needed my stealth cloak to make it to Huhuran safely, okay? Just, guys, nope, didn't happen. We're good. No problem. Juju power myself. Change the music off of Dark Souls into a Halo? Okay. XXX says the raid lead's phone call was me, and I'm telling him about the... Oh my god. If you do that, guy, don't do that, because then they won't roster me again, okay? If they found out I didn't have the right cloak equipped for 2 whole bosses, I'm fucked. And I'm gonna have to go back to joining... Pog raids. Frick. Let's double check the rest of the gear just in case something else is off from the way it should be. Yeah, that's good. Focus attacks, that's good. Cutthroat, yeah, that's good. Man, no ring enchants. Oh well. I don't have the 15 agility to glove yet or the 9 agility to bracer yet on any of my characters. I gotta get off my ass, find someone who can do those, get them done. Do we want... Yeah, I think we want Shadow Step in case I mess up the positioning and get yeeted. Shadow Step's probably my best bet here.
Right. Everyone should have nature and shadow up, right?
Who the hell is
Just ready
that?
to check for nature and shadow. Make sure you have it.
Who was talking? Because I need to turn them down. 86%.
Okay. We should be good to go at this point. Few people don't have nature protection. We're still gonna send it right now.
Yeah.
I have elements logged back in.
I figured it out.
Okay, if you are a caster, we're heading to Diamond side, and we're going. Yabi, Taiwan, it's on you, Taiwan. I want you to be the first one to aggro it, so that we can.
Full 10.
Magic Tunnel, are you good? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and here's a pull 8. It's on Taiwan. Thanks. Call for cooldowns when you need cooldowns. Can we get a PI on Yabi, please?
No, I'm not tanking
Perfect
it.
positioning.
Taiwan didn't get knocked back.
That's fine, but you still need to be second on threat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use it on
Who's coming?
Priest.
Here's eyeball.
Yo. Okay. Eyeball.
I'm
Don't
blazing.
get feared. Don't get feared.
Blazing's gonna die, most likely. Blazing's
Seems
dead.
like...
Hey, I got knocked back.
Not sure if there's any tanks above me.
Okay,
Seems
well,
like I
it's
did
on
get
Doctor right now.
sweeped, even though
Tanks,
I was
you
at
need
max
to
melee range. I'm
somehow
gonna vanish.
melee. I'm gonna have you guys stand on Doctor PhD right now, and get sandblasted with your FAP up.
Oh.
Okay, all the range got hit over here. It's fine.
Okay, hang on.
Yabi's number 1 here now. Avoid this eyeball,
Is that
please.
the eyeball knockback and not the Ouro knockback? Huh. Pretty sure you can outrange the sweep.
Enrage.
PhD.
Still on Doctor over here.
Go bear. Go bear's thumb.
Thanks. I don't know how both of you don't are getting cleared at the same time every single time. We have the eyeball coming in right now.
He's burned.
Yeah, just burn the boss.
Okay. Venom failed.
Just burn. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Res is dead.
That was not a
We're
great
gonna Cthun
performance.
pretty quickly 'cause we're
I
past
got
the 2 hour mark. We have
confused
to
when
kill
I
before the
got
lads,
knocked
okay?
back. I got confused when I got knocked back because I thought I was not going to get knocked back at all. I think the knockback was from the eyeball, which I was not expecting. Managed to not die, so that's fine. With preparation and 2 vanishes, like, I could reset my threat without getting sandblasted, which was pretty nice. Kept me pretty safe. Alright. Ouro loot. And then it's Cthun time. Cthun's where all my loot reserves are. We start popping some protection potions while we do this.
Reserved by Magic Tunnel.
This is a live server? Yeah. This is the live Season of Discovery server. Doing Temple of Ahn'Qiraj. It's like
Tanks,
the
this is a really good trinket because
third
it
week
gives
that
you
it's been
15
out.
defense, which is insane. Attack power, spell power, all the
I
things.
want, if you want it, you can have it.
That's a very good trinket.
Do you want it?
Yeah.
Full Taiwan.
It'd take you, but yeah, you want it.
Says your inventory is full Taiwan.
Yeah.
You make sure those. Did you give him those gloves?
The gloves are 24 minutes, so you should probably get these as well. Okay, I'm looting it for myself, Taiwan, for now. And I
Don't
will
run
shoot
in
at you.
front of the door.
If you go, yeah, somebody cover comms there because I don't want us to fucking die here. We have 2 of these. Everybody that's SR'd it can roll except for Uwu. Chicken, Derp, Yabi, Hunch, Insomnimu, and Zebs.
Okay.
Fuck.
There's 2 of them. One's going to Chicken, one's going to Derp.
Whoops. I don't think that was intentional.
Okay, if you popped your nature protection, good. You're gonna need that for this fight. This fight has changed drastically. I'm gonna give you assignments for phase 1. Respect those assignments, and then we're going to for phase 2. We're pretty much gonna stack as a raid,
Do something different.
and it's
in
gonna be
phase 2.
easy peasy at that point. GNPP is more important than GSPP here. So if you have a greater nature protection potion, please pop that. They are very fucking cheap, and if you don't have one, somebody sell one to somebody for like a gold. or some
I'm gonna
shit.
drop a repair bot here just because I'm getting pretty low.
That's fine. Okay, so for positioning here, there's a graphic that I can put into the chat. Your names are not in it, so it's going to be complicated. You know, we're going to try to do this without a graphic. If we wipe, then we'll do it with a graphic, but I think we'll be okay. Because again, this is not a difficult fight anymore.
Okay.
We have a lot of range, so we should be able to spread out like for the room pretty decently throughout the room.
Oh, Shadow Step Grief's on this fight.
Let me find the graphic for melee, and let me at least post that. I can give you some positions. Give me a sec.
You Shadow Step onto Cthun, you get effed. It puts you too close
Can
to
you
him, and
guys
then he
see
pushes you all the way against the wall.
this picture here? I'm putting it into the. Take a look at the sign up channel.
All right, we got something coming through on Discord. Let me see.
Here it is. Take a look at the sign up channel. You should be able to see this picture here. You should definitely have a GNPP for when you go downstairs, because that's how we're gonna murder this fight pretty quickly. Everybody take a look at that picture, and I will assign you with a position shortly. I'm just running to you guys right now. Okay, if I say your name and I give you a spot, I'm gonna need you to press type 1 in chat when you're good. We don't need 2 tanks for this. I don't know if you guys have off specs and shit, but if you don't, that's okay. It is what it is.
Taiwan, what do you want to do?
I'll go DPS.
Fear buff.
We're good.
Flask running out. Hit another one.
Alright, Taiwan, do you have backspace?
Good buff.
Here, take these pots. Take it.
Heard me?
Gadalis asked, did you get to 60 on the hardcore server, or how close did you get? I'm like a couple bubbles away. After Temple, we'll go back to hardcore, and we'll get it. Just wrapping up some quests in Eastern Plague Lands should finish it off.
I'm going to give you a spot. You need to remember your spot, because I'm not going to remember your spot. So if somebody wants to type this as I'm saying it, that would be helpful as well. So the actual physical icons here, this is where you're gonna be. Uwu, you're gonna be at Skull. Actually, no, scratch that. Uwu, you're gonna be at Circle. 1 in chat, Uwu.
Entrance.
As soon as I say your name, I need you to type in type in the 1 so you understand where you're going. Okay. Dr. PhD, you're also gonna be at Circle, stacked on Uwu.
Okay.
Yabi, you're gonna be at Triangle.
Here.
Yabi.
They're trying to get a response from Raid
I'm
chat.
not going to repeat this because I'm going to forget all the shit I'm saying, so I need you to confirm that you know where you're going. Yabi Triangle, yes?
Yeah.
Taiwan, you're going to be at Square. Blazing, you're going to be at Skull. Simon, you're gonna be at X. Actually, no, Simon, I'm gonna put you at star. Okay.
Okay.
Stinkfist, you're gonna be at diamond.
We're going here. So, important thing to remember, Stinkfist is to my right, and
Are there any melee that I have not assigned yet? Put a 1 in chat if you're melee and you haven't been
Dr.
assigned.
PHP is to my left.
Insomnimu, I'm gonna put you at moon.
Wait, they said Dr. PHP in chat, but
Okay.
his name is Dr. PHDMD.
Those are your spots. Casters, I'm gonna give you a spot as well. All I'm gonna tell you is the quadrant that you're in. You see the pink lines? You're gonna be somewhere in that area if I give you a spot right now, okay? Smallpox, square. Smallpox and Deadmore, you guys are gonna be square. Lovely.
Purveyor of Madness and Accessibility.
Fatal, Lorraine, you guys are going to be...
I have no idea what this does. I've not played with it before.
Skull. Old and Bold. And Vez, you guys are going to be X.
You're doing
behind
ranged
X,
DPS
right?
assignments now.
Yes, you're not. So if you're arranged, you're in that area. Like you see the
You don't
pink
have a
lines?
melee on X, right?
I got you. I got you. Cool.
You're going to be in that quadrant, okay?
Sounds good.
Hunch and Standard Bank, you're going to be Star.
That's gross.
Hunch, Standard Bank, Star. Magic, Tiris, you guys are going to be Moon. Dr. Kitty Chicken, you guys are going to be Diamond. And I believe I haven't said anything for Circle, so all of elements are going to be Circle. Range, when I assign you to a spot, you're not on the actual icon, you're in that quadrant. If anybody is near you, I don't care if they're in your spot, you adjust. Okay? Any questions about this at all? What we're going to do for phase 1, Zavs, you can be in Circle as well.
And you didn't mention me.
My question is, when we run into the room at the start of the fight, is it okay to press blink or sprint?
No, you can press sprint, yes, but you don't do anything that's going to give you like a buff. No, our rogues press sprint and it's okay, but it all depends on the threat table. So what we're going to do is we're going to have Taiwan run in, and Taiwan's going to charge the boss. As soon as he's number 1 on threat table, he'll hit him 3 times. So you should be able to sprint, but you can't sprint until after Taiwan's getting casted on the 2nd time. So he'll get blasted 1, that's our cue to move. If he'll get blasted again, then you can go to your spots. Wherever you go, make sure you're 8 yards from people. I've already forgotten the assignment, so I hope to God you guys know where you're going. Phase 1, you are nuking the fuck out of the boss. You're only killing ads if they spawn in your quadrant. And then Dark Glare is going to happen. During Dark Glare, I'll count it down for you. You just avoid Dark Glare. You run a full circle around. There is going to be nothing after that. Like, the boss is going to die during Dark Glare. Phase 2, we're all going to converge. The whole raid is going to converge on Circle and Star. Okay, that's where everybody's going to be. The exception to this rule is going to be Zabs. You're going to cover Moon area. And Chicken Dude, you're going to cover Square area for the end of the fight. And that's just to kill ads. That's it. As soon as the giant claw tentacle spawn, Yabi's going to run to them, tank them. As soon as the giant eye tentacle spawn, every single rogue is going to stun lock the fuck out of them. Casters are going to counterspell them. All the other things. If you get ported downstairs, you kill the tentacles. And you nature protection potion while you're down there. And that's the whole fight. Very, very, very easy. We just have to get through phase 1 with no deaths. Here's a ready check.
Does the hard mode mechanic here do anything relevant?
No.
Okay.
You just
very,
gain
very, very
10% more damage and you receive 10% more damage.
Wait, so
The
it's
only
a
thing
damage
I was-
buff?
Yeah, Baka, that's fine.
What
Baka,
was
go
the-
north of the room.
The
What
hard
was the-
mode here is literally you do 10% more damage and you get.
Let's
10% more
not even
damage.
talk about any of that.
That's it.
What was the question that was about to come out?
The part about running a circle around him during the dark phase or something like that.
Okay, so what's going to happen is he's going to charge up a giant
Okay.
laser beam called Dark Glare. He shoots a beam out of his eyeball, and he moves either
Oh,
clockwise or
the super slow
counterclockwise.
laser. Okay.
Yeah, super slow laser. You just dodge that, and you're basically running a circle around the room, and
Okay.
he should die during that, so your positioning after that doesn't even matter.
Okay.
But healers, I want you guys nuking the fuck out of the fight as well early, and we should be good. We're all going to start on this side. Taiwan is going to be the one to pull the boss. and then we'll be good to go. If you want to reflask and stuff like that, you can. I'm not going to force it. I think we're going to kill this in one shot. This should not be an issue at all. Here's everybody's ready. Everybody mount up. We're not going to be mounted up as we go in. Only Taiwan. As tempted as you are to heal Taiwan with HOTS and shit like that, don't heal Taiwan. Firewall shield is fine if it's done pre.
I'm gonna sprint
But Taiwan's gonna go in there and get blasted a few
before
times.
Taiwan runs in.
Okay, everyone is ready. Here is a pull. Well, Taiwan, are you tank spec or are you DPS spec?
No shouts, no buffs, no nothing.
Yes.
Go back tank spec, Taiwan. We're just gonna do it with 2 tanks.
Alright, changing
2
spec.
seconds.
Yeah, all good. So nothing, okay? No actual buffs that puts you on the threat table. So if you like slice and dice or shit like that, that puts you on the threat table.
Also, like, you can run. Don't run forward. Just run left to right once you get out the door.
Yeah.
We're going.
And if for whatever
right
reason
here.
somebody gets targeted by this beam, that person needs to stop moving, and you stand still, and everybody else will move around you. Taiwan, let me know when you're good with your gear and shit.
Alright, we're good.
Okay.
Hold on. I got my 4th spot to drop. Yeah, B.
How much time you have on it?
There's like 30 seconds.
Okay. Double check that.
Anyone else though?
Good to
I
go.
just rebuff group 1 and 2. Anyone else though?
My
Think
food
we're good?
buff is
Okay, here is a pull 8. This is going to be Taiwan. This is a pull timer for just Taiwan. He's going to get blasted once. I will call for us to move in. Don't move in early.
We'll hit a sprint when this is at
5,
3.
4, 3, 2, 1. Taiwan, go. Move. Everybody move in. Taiwan, charge the fuck out of them. Threat. Get to your spots, guys. Everybody fucking nuke the fuck out of this. Get to your spots. Get to your spots to get away from people. Stay away from people. As much as you possibly can here.
Simon lost his mark.
Yeah, Dr. Kitty.
If you're standing close to somebody, shit like that's gonna happen. Get the fuck away from people, guys. Spread. Okay, we're gonna get Dark Lair in 10 seconds. 10 seconds and then this is the kill. Just live. 5 seconds for Dark Lair. 4, 3. It's on smallpox. Kill these ads. Kill these ads quickly.
Rally.
It is going counterclockwise. Every single person, including healers, nuke the fuck out of this boss quickly. We need to do this right now, otherwise it's a wipe. We have 10 seconds to push this right now. 9. Perfect. Everybody at 6 o'clock. Everybody, let him stop fucking doing that bullshit. Okay, everybody 6 o'clock. Giant Claw spawns in 5 seconds. Yabby's going to like spread out around here, like around this half of the room. Yabby's gonna pick up the Giant Claw. There it is. Don't be on it until nobody be on it. Don't be on it. Until Yabby calls to get on it. Don't get on it.
Alright, get on it.
Okay. Heal everybody who's fucking low right now. And you hit the boss, refresh fucking totems, all the fucking things. Giant Eye is spawning in 5 seconds. Counter spells and stuns on it immediately. Zabs, kill the shit downstairs. I'm getting pushed downstairs as well. I'm gonna kill the shit downstairs too.
It's a Giant Eye. That's what our Shadow Step's for. Getting on the Giant Eye insta.
I got a debt.
Interrupt the eye and stun the eye.
I'm killing it downstairs. Every single person, go ahead and fucking kill the boss. Kill
Eyes first.
Kill these ads. Laser fucking tentacles first. All these tentacles first. After this phase, let's get a res on Old and Gold. We'll have Insomnimu do it, perhaps. Nuke the boss. We need to get him 50% before this weekend's over. We have 18 seconds to do this. And then I want the whole raid to be closer to the 6 o'clock position after this.
Rupture's probably
9
not
seconds.
good there.
We gotta get 50%, come on. 4 seconds. 2, 1. We're close, 51. Okay, that'll do. Reduce damage that you're taking as a raid, guys. Giant Claw Tentacle is south, around 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Don't get on it until Yabby's on it. Okay, good.
Hit.
Kill it.
Good.
Remember, boss doesn't take any damage during this part. You can still hit it and stuff to get debuffs on it, but it doesn't really take damage.
I'm down below.
Okay, ooh, nuke the fuck out of it. While you can, don't let yourself die though.
Yep.
So do whatever damage you can. Over here, we should be decursing and stuff. We should be healing. The boss isn't taking damage. Make sure you guys are clean.
Oh, we don't want to be
Who's
exact.
dead
on the
downstairs?
position of the eye
Kill Giant
tentacle.
Eye. CC Giant Eye. I counterspelled it. Get on it quickly. Stun it. Stun it. Stun it.
Done.
Good.
Done. Done.
Good. Kill all the other things. If somebody gets put downstairs, I need more DPS on these other eye tentacles. Get back to south position. South position now. Eye tentacles are going to spawn in 10 seconds. Giant Claw south. Giant Claw south.
I got knocked
Wait for a
back.
tank to get on it.
I got knocked back.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Waiting. Oh, stun.
Can we get a res on old and gold? Eye tentacles. Every single person nuke
Yo,
eye tentacles.
yo,
here.
everyone fucking DPS.
Okay, DPS boss, but kill eye tentacles first. Eye tentacles first. There's the ones in the north. We need Ellie Shaman on it.
I'm on it.
Okay, good. Every single person nuke. We have 21 seconds to kill the boss. Healer's nuke. We may actually kill this because we're in execute phase right here.
I'm smiting.
Healers fucking kill this dumb shit right now so we don't have to go with another phase. Healers nuke.
No!
Oh, he dead. He dead.
He got 20k. Kill him. Kill him.
We got damage reduction galore, but kill. Giant
Yeah,
claw,
we're
kill
still
the claw,
gonna
kill the
kill
claw.
him.
Let's not wipe to this.
20k.
Claws at 5
He's
o'clock.
got it.
15k.
Keep dots on the boss, obviously.
We're hitting for 5 damage
good.
at a
Nuke the
time.
boss. That was close. If we didn't lose a couple people, we had that.
Heavy's going down.
Okay.
He's actually
Anti-one
low
is also
enough. We're
protecting
gonna
over
kill
here.
him outside of
I got
vulnerability.
the first one down.
That's crazy to me.
Eye tentacles. Giant eye. We need to fucking kill this over here.
I got knocked. I got knocked.
It's about
Get
to
out.
tentacles. Oh no.
Counterspell it. Counterspell it.
The flame
Fine.
shock.
Boss is dead.
Boss is dead.
Kill all these guys. Kill all these guys.
Got him.
Okay, good.
Okay, what do we got? We
Reds
got
are
the
dead.
death sting. We got the death sting.
Is there I died in his stomach at the very
Oh
end.
my
Is
God,
it like I have
disgusting.
to run back or some shit?
All of the loot is terrible. And by terrible, I mean not good for me. No belt, no dagger. Oof. Oh, hard mode chest. I forgot about that. Okay, yeah, we could still be saved by the grand cache of wagering. Mountain Void Touch. I think it has one item from the 3 previous bosses. That's how the other 2 chests are, at least. Cloak of Clarity. Oh my god, healing loot. Yikes. Don't think the third chest you're saying is not like that. Okay, well we'll find out. Oh my god, I figured we were supposed to wait for the raid leader to open it. Light green, double void touch. You're right, it's over. It's over, dude. Oh my god. Didn't get the loot. It's okay. That was pretty sweet, though. The mount, we might roll for the mount. They were saying there might not be any reserves on the mount. We'll see. Open roll. Void touched. We're not in the top 2 for the void touch things, but that's okay. We'll go for the mount. Okay, okay, okay. Light green, Kiraji Resonating Crystal. We rolled a 2. We didn't even roll the lowest roll. Someone else rolled a 1. Insane. Better luck next time. I say we did pretty good. You know, it wasn't like perfect play on every boss, but I'm overall pretty confident with my, pretty happy with my performance in that raid. Yeah, good raid. Thank you for inviting me. I had a good time. The sad music. The sad music is appropriate, considering there were no death sting drops.